Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. I'm going to try to educate you a little bit, educate you on Epsom salts. And I got a bag of it here. This is just store brand, Walmart store brand Epsom salts. You can get this in any pharmacy, anywhere. You can also order it online if you are not able to get out and about or can't happen to find it in the store where you are located. But Epsom salts is wonderful. And I thought that everybody knew about Epsom salts, but I have found out over the course of the last few days and talking to some folks that people do not know about all the wonderful uses for Epsom salts. When they hear Epsom salt, they think that it is a salt, like your standard table salt or something. And that's not what this is. Epsom salts is tongue-tied. It's a magnesium sulfate, and they call it Epsom salts. And it is basically a wonder drug. You can use this for things in the house. You can use it for things in the garden. And I'm going to give you a whole tiraded list of things that you can use Epsom salts for. Everybody should always have a big bag of Epsom salts around, maybe more than one. It actually was discovered in Epsom, England, and a small borough there called Surrey. And it's the salt, or this Epsom, it was produced from springs that bubble up and meet non-porous London clay. It looks very similar to a salt, which is probably why they actually call it a salt, even though it is not a salt. I'm going to get a little bit of it out here on this piece of cardboard for you to see. I'll squish a little out on the cardboard there. Move this bag out of the way. I always buy a big bag of it. It comes in different sizes, but I get the 8-pound bags of it, or even bigger if I can find them. But see, it kind of looks like a salt, even though it is magnesium sulfate. And it's made up of magnesium and sulfate, and it helps improve health in a numerous amount of ways. A lack of magnesium in your system is actually detrimental to your health. This helps regulate the activity of more than 300 enzymes in the body. It can contribute to high blood pressure, hyperactivity, heart problems, and other health issues if you don't have enough magnesium in your system. It is good for helping to flush toxins out of your body. It helps form proteins in your joints. It helps brain tissue and mucin proteins. It's not just for baths, a lot of people think, well, you just put it in your bath, water bath salts and stuff, but it's not just for that. It's good for that, but that's not the only use for it. People soak their feet in it for ingrown toenails, and, that's a good use for it. It's good for drawing out the toxins and helping to heal the body. But it's good for so many different things. Let me just kind of start off with in the garden. It gets rid of raccoons. Raccoons don't like it. They don't like the smell of it. So you can sprinkle it around your trash cans or wherever the raccoons are bothering you, and it'll keep the raccoons out of your yard. And if you've got slug issues in your yard, you can put some of this wherever the slugs are traveling. You've seen snail tracks, where they leave that slime. You put down some Epsom salts and they'll stop that, because they do not like the Epsom salts. It makes your grass greener. It adds magnesium and iron to your soil. So if you need a greener lawn, you add a couple tablespoons of this to a gallon of water and spray it on your lawn with a garden sprayer. It gives you bigger and better and more produce in your garden. Studies have shown that Epsom salts increases production of peppers, tomatoes, and blooms. You add a teaspoon of it to a gallon of water and spray it on your plants every week or two, and it'll give you some really great vegetables in your garden. If you're preparing your soil in your garden, you put a cup of it per 100 feet. It'll help create perfect gardening mix for summer's bounty. Use a fertilized spreader to mix it into the soil. And then in the house, you can use it to clean with. Cleaning bathroom tiles. It gets rid of that grungy look on your bathroom tiles. You mix equal parts of it with dish soap and dab it on to the offending areas and start scrubbing, and it'll pull up that grime. If you've got pots and pans that have burnt places in them, scrub the pan with about a 1/4 teaspoon of Epsom salts and some warm water and rinse them. And watch that burnt stuff come right off your pots. If you have issues with your car battery, you want to regenerate it a little bit, give your battery a little more life with a potion of dissolving an ounce of Epsom salts in warm water to make a paste and add it to each battery cell. In crafting, we use it in crafting. You can frost your windows for Christmas. Use mix 1.5 cups of boiling water with a cup of Epsom salts and 3 tablespoons of liquid dish soap. And you apply that to the windows with a sponge. And down in the corners of the windows, you just make that little arc at the bottom of the corners, you know, that little sweeping round motion there in the corners. And with the sponge, give it a more realistic look. You could also mix it with some Mod Podge for about the same kind of effect too, and use it on different things, plastics and things. And if you want to use it for personal uses, you can use it as a face cleaner. You mix about a 1/2 teaspoon of it with some regular cleansing cream and massage it into your skin, rinse with cold water. If you want to make a skin mask out of it, you can puree an egg white, a 1/2 teaspoon of pantothenic acid, which is vitamin B5, 1 teaspoon of aloe vera gel, and a teaspoon of Epsom salts, 1 ripe tomato chopped, and 2 drops of thyme oil. Place that on your face for 15 minutes and then rinse it off. It's good for acne. You can use it as a foot soak, soothe aches and remove odors and soften skin with a foot soak. Add a 1/2 cup of Epsom salts to a large pan of warm water. Soak your feet for as long as the water's warm, then rinse and dry. It also helps with toenail fungus like athlete's foot. You can throw some marbles in that pan and rub your feet there on those marbles, and it gives you a good foot massage as well. If you are prone to step on things like I do, like nails and bees and things from running around barefoot, I did that a lot as a kid, you can soak your feet as soon as you do it. Is the best time to do it. Get your feet down in some Epsom salts water and soak your feet with some Epsom salts water. And the Epsom salts pulls that poisons out of your skin, the toxins out, and you won't have as much pain, and it'll heal faster. If you want to exfoliate your skin, you can massage handfuls of Epsom salts over your wet skin, starting with your feet and continue up toward your face. Then you rinse it all off once you get it scrubbed in real good to your skin. If you want to remove excess oil from your hair, Epsom salt soaks up the excess oil. You add 9 tablespoons of Epsom salts to a 1/2 cup of oily hair shampoo. Apply 1 tablespoon of that liquid to your hair when it's dry, and then rinse with cold water. Pour lemon juice or organic apple cider vinegar through your hair and leave on for 5 to 10 minutes, and then rinse. And watch your hair not be as oily. If you need to volumize your hair, combine equal parts of deep conditioner and Epsom salts in a warm pan in warm water, and then work that into your hair and leave on for about 20 minutes and then rinse. If you have sprains and bruises on your body, you can put Epsom salts in your bath water, 2 cups of Epsom salts in your bath water, and soak in that. And it'll reduce the swelling of the sprains and the bruises. Got splinters? Soak in Epsom salts. It'll draw the splinter out. If you got blackheads, problems with blackheads, there's a surefire way to dislodge blackheads. You mix 1 teaspoon of Epsom salts and 3 drops of Lugol's solution liquid iodine in a half a cup of boiling water. When the mixture cools enough to stick your finger in it, apply to the blackhead with a cotton ball. Repeat this 3 or 4 times, reheating the solution if necessary. Gently remove the blackhead and then dab the area with an alcohol-based astringent. Got a lot of stress? Nothing draws out stress like bath salts. As the magnesium soaks into your body, it reverses the effects of stress on your body, replenishing magnesium levels, decreasing adrenaline, and producing serotonin. Make your own bath salts by mixing 16 ounces of all natural bath salt and 15 to 30 drops of essential oil, especially those that induce relaxation, like lavender. Store in a glass jar and use 3 times a week for maximum results. Got gout? Relieve gout pain and inflammation. 2 to 3 teaspoons of Epsom salts into a basin of hot water, as hot as you can stand, and soak for about 30 minutes. It's the new aloe vera. You can use it on mosquito bites, bee stings, mild sunburn, and poison ivy by soaking a cotton washcloth in cold water Epsom salt solution, about 2 tablespoons per cup for the affected area. Eye health? Rinse your face with a solution of Epsom salts in warm water, and it can help heal conjunctivitis and styes. And if you don't know what conjunctivitis is, it's pink eye. You need to detox. Works as a laxative. Mix approximately 2 teaspoons of Epsom salts in 1 cup of warm water until it dissolves. Then drink it. Do not repeat this cleanse more than once a day, and always drink extra water. If you want to grow more Epsom salts, you can do that. You don't have to buy it. You can grow some. You add a 1/4 cup of Epsom salts to a half a cup of boiling water and stir until it dissolves. Pour it over a sponge in a shallow dish and place it in a warm, sunny spot. As the water evaporates, your crystals will grow. Be sure to check the crystals against the original before you harvest them. And here's a little extra. Take a detox bath with this herbal remedy. You can make your own herbal bath salts using fresh herbs from the garden and Epsom salts. It's an old-time remedy, but it works wonders in your garden, your home, and your body. Don't miss out on this marvelous, well, mineral, because it's what it is. What's your favorite way to use Epsom salts? Share your favorite Epsom salts uses below down in the comments. And check out all the uses there, or the comments that the other people put in there as uses as well. This is a really cool product. I hope everybody tries it out and uses it, because I've been using it since I was a child. And I guess there's only one thing left to say, and that's Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. Bye.